Meanwhile, a University of Colorado Boulder researcher is raising new concerns about what may be lurking in legal cannabis. So she says certain toxins that we already test for in food are not being screened for in marijuana.
9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live right now. Courtney, this researcher is worried about the risk this could pose to consumers and workers.
Yes, that's right, Corey and Drew. Dr. Tess Edom says gaps in testing could leave a potentially dangerous blind spot for legal cannabis users. Now, the state regulators say they already test for certain mycotoxins and continue to review potential changes as research emerges. Now, Edom is a microbiologist and research associate at CU Boulder. She's also a former cannabis industry quality control specialist. Edom says cannabis has to be tested for heavy metals, pesticides, microbes, and some mycotoxins, which the state already does, but certain Fusarium mycotoxins regulated in food aren't included in that testing. She points to research, including a University of Arizona study that found Fusarium mycotoxins in about 14% of cannabis samples tested, compared to less than 1% for the 5 mycotoxins currently required on testing panels. Edom says in Colorado, contaminated cannabis that fails microbial testing can be remediated or treated, retested, and sold, and products don't have to be labeled as previously failed product or remediated. She says that approach focuses on passing a final test instead of preventing contamination in the first place. Edom has presented scientific findings to regulators and advocated for expanding testing requirements, but she says she faces pushback, including arguments that no established cannabis-specific testing methods exist. She says because of the lack of research in the cannabis space, the industry has been slow to adopt preventive safety measures used in food production.
Understanding the risk to consumers is really important, and part of these regulations is to protect consumers and patients. But if we aren't looking at specific mycotoxins, which we know can now be present on cannabis flower, then we're really not protecting anybody.
I spoke with the Colorado Marijuana Enforcement Division, and they said while the literature available does not seem to point to a widespread issue of Fusarium mycotoxins in regulated marijuana, that doesn't mean that they aren't worried about it. MED went on to say that they continue to explore the evolution and potential expansion of testing requirements. They also said that they have a team of investigators that routinely inspect licensed businesses. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you.